Hello there my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to another Conquest counter video guide. Now you'll be able to find this and all my other Conquest video guides on my SWGOH Life website. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. There'll be a link in the description below straight through to the Conquest page, where if you do head over to the enemies tab, you can just search the leader of the team you wish to counter. Then underneath you'll see speed calculator by sector, so you get a rough idea of the speed range for the enemies you'll be facing, and of course underneath the series of these counters from these videos that I've been doing using different database sets and their team composition that can work really well. But now let's just first kick off here versus Geos. Now Geos themselves, you know, they can be tricky. Obviously they do get extra stat boost from their modifier. I'll start off first here with the Gone in 30 Seconds data this set, relying on multiple stacks of Amplify, Agony and Volatile Accelerator to very quickly wipe out anybody. And obviously CLS, Han Chewie, it's a staple Gone in 30 Seconds team, because Han shoots first, so no matter the speed on the enemy, you just go boom boom boom, one shot whoever the biggest threat is, which in case obviously here is going to be Geobrood Alpha, because once you get him out they can't, you know, assist and things like that. But it's not like they will even get a turn anyways. There you go, wipe them out very quickly without any issues. Now we also got Scoundrel team with Bossk Commando lead. This works very similar to the CLS, relying on Han and Chewie just to one-shot the biggest threat. Then with Bossk Commando lead, whenever you deal damage, you'll be getting bonus turn meter. And then for the 4th and 5th Scoundrel, can be really anybody. I'm just using IG Quill now that I do have them relic, but can be really any Scoundrel you have. It doesn't even matter. It's really Han and Chewie that are going to be carrying the battle here in combination with Bossk Commando's lead. There we go, very quickly tearing them apart. An AoE from Chewbacca, and down go the remaining two Geos. So very quick work here. Han and Chewie, any sort of team, they'll get the job done very quickly. I've been also trying out John Skywalker here. Now worth mentioning that I'm also using critical formation data disk, which will recover protection whenever you critical hit. Now this is going to be important, because you will see they will come close to getting John Skywalker down or kneeling sometimes, and if that happens, potentially you could lose a clone or two before John Skywalker gets up again. That's why having this critical formation disk really help you to make sure that your Anakin stays topped up with the protection. Okay, there we go. Every time you critical hit, John Skywalker will be recovering. So they got a big hit from Spy there, but because of all these critical hits, now we're getting John Skywalker keeps recovering protection, so they can't really get him down, to be honest, fast enough. Kind of stuck behind the Brute Taunt here, just doing AoEs here, still waiting for John Skywalker to get his first turn. Here he goes, big AoE, and down they go. So definitely John Skywalker without critical formation, maybe not going to be the cleanest battle. That's why I do have it equipped for those situations. General Grievous is another team that works really well with this Gone in 30 Seconds data this set versus all these over-prepared teams. You don't even have good mods on them, because as soon as they hit somebody, right, B2 gets a bonus turn meter and then he gets the ball rolling. Just with Grievous as always, if they go all out on Magna Guard and kill him out quickly before you get your ball rolling, then in that case might be a 2-star victory. But as you can see here, we'll get away with very quick and easy 3-star victory without any issues whatsoever, because Geos, they don't have like a big massive damage. You just do lots of small hits. If you do have Lord Vader with some sort of Empire comp, to be honest, Lord Vader is a great character here, one of the best galactic legends to use for Conquest, just because here he gets a turn, he applies lots of damage over times, which obviously triggers or the Amplify, Agony, Volatile Accelerator effect, and then just Darth Vader does his AoE and the entire team disappears from the battle. Another galactic legend you can use here, Supreme Caloran. I like to use this comp with Caloran Mass for the pre-taunt versus obviously faster teams, where, you know, they might outrun you, and then all the other guys are there for giving bonus turn meter over to Supreme Caloran, so he can just, you know, one by one wipe out entire team. Oh, it wasn't quite big enough hit there to finish off Geobrood. Let's go ahead, give turn over to Kylo again, do an AoE, more turn meter for everybody. I'm just go ahead, stun Soundfac so he doesn't counterattack, and then there we go, finish off GBA Alpha as well there quite easily. So this team also works really well. Obviously, if you would be towards the end of Sector 5, you might not be able to go first. It really depends. That's why Color and Mass there is good to use there for the pre-taunt. Shaak Ti, Bad Batch, another great team here versus these fast teams, just because Shaak Ti will be gaining bonus turn meter whenever one of your allies are hit. And then you can give 100% turn meter to Bad Batch Echo. He can do his AoE Daze, Healing Immunity, which deals lots of damage because of the Amplify, Agony, Data Disc, and Volatile Accelerator. Then just a couple of AoEs from the remaining clones, and the entire team just simply disappears from the battlefield. Moving on for the next battle, we got my standard Janet look team, because obviously you've got their Savior, we got Revives from Julie, we got Healing from Hermit Yoda, and obviously bonus turn from Janet Anakin that can get Heroes Arise going. And there we go, they go after Revan, and that's why you need Anakin here to get a bonus turn. Then uses Heroes Arise, which gives 100% turn meter to Luke. He can do his mass stun, apply then lots of debuffs. Julie bring back Revan to ensure a 3-star victory. That's pretty much, I think, like a foolproof Jedi team, because you got lots of ways to obviously outlast the enemy in the end for a 3-star victory. So up next, as well, another team that works great if you do have Maul, just bring in Maul here, Bow, Canderous. Armor is not really needed here, I guess you can bring any other Mandalorian, and then finally bring in Watt as well, because when Watt uses his tech ability in beginning, that counts as a special ability, which obviously triggers Frenzy effect on Maul. He gets 100% turn meter. You do an AoE, which gives you 5 stacks of Anguish. This will feed turn meter to Canderous. He does his AoE, which again gives another turn over back to Maul, and then Maul can just go ahead and wipe the entire team there with his 5 stacks of Anguish, one at a time, very easily and quickly finished off the entire Geo team. We got Mother Talzin Night Sister team. Again, Geos, you know, they have no way really kind of preventing revives and stuff, so Night Sister shouldn't struggle too much with this data this set. They might get things going, take out the zombie of course, and maybe another Night Sister or so, but as soon as you get going, you know, these guys don't really get a chance. Dispelling there the taunt on Geobrood. There we go, Talzin AoE, very devastating. It ignores protection, so it goes straight for health. Yeah, there we go, finished off these guys, an AoE over here, basic over there, and that should be the end of the last Geo. Definitely, if you do have Talzin Night Sisters, they're a great way to get a 3-star victory versus Geos quite easily. Alright, let's switch now over to the Self-destruct data disc set. Now this relies on multiple stacks of caustic emission and thermal exhaust to get lots of debuffs at the beginning of every enemy's turn, and then ability exhaust will keep them ability blocks, so all they can do is use their basic abilities, while thermal detonators stack up on them and then they start popping up after a couple of turns. Now Bossk is a great team just because of Bossk's leadership. Obviously whenever you debuff enemy, you'll be recovering health and protection, and luckily these guys they have bounty hunters resolve, so they have to be taken out twice, so getting a 3-star victory versus most enemies you know, is not that challenging. Contract trigger already, we can just go ahead, disintegrate Geobrood, and now it's going to be very easy to clean up the remaining Geos here. There we go, big hit. Spy just died off from damage over times and thermal detonators. And that was it. Very quick and easy win here with Bossk and Self-destruct data disc set. Moving on to Padme. Padme is again very great team versus these over-prepared enemies, because you got lots of survivability here with protection up. She's got a heal, and then also bringing in berries for extra healing and things like that. So we should be good to go here. Geos, they obviously will get a jump start on you, but doesn't matter. We can take these few hits, because whenever, you know, we got attacks out of turn, we're getting protection up. When we got protection up, we can't be critically hit, Kenobi keeps taunting and things like that. Now we got a turn, let's get that courage going. Just use basic there on Brute, so I don't trigger the taunt on Geobrood. And this is pretty much it. Now we're able to stack some courage actually. Let's finish him off, and down goes Spy as well there. So you go, Padme, a great team here to take on Geos when you use Self-destruct data disc set. Moving on to Ray. Now I've actually been trying out Ray and my low gear Jawas with this thermal exhaust data disk set, just because we got so much thermals now on top of Scavenger as well. But anyway, they are low gear, however Lifeblood can keep them alive in most cases. So there we go. And they already lost a couple of guys, and that's it basically. Very, very good. So I'm definitely planning maybe to gear up my Jawas a little bit more at some point, because they're just such a fun team to use with Ray here in Conquest. There we go. But otherwise, obviously, you could use like a raid resistance team as well. I just for fun started using Jawas a little bit more, because it's just so much fun seeing just enemies explode immediately. Okay, so we got Java Master Kenobi with Commander Ahsoka Tano, and obviously the unlock requirement Jedi for Kenobi. We got here Ayla, Mace, and Qui-Gon. You can obviously use better team here, but I just want to show you, you don't really need to use better team. They should be able to get the job done. I'm just trying out here. Let's see if we can get this on autoplay. Okay, there we go. All right, so they knocked him out. That's fine. Now Brood Alpha would not be able to bring him back, because he'll constantly be ability block when he gets a turn anyways. So we don't really have to worry about that. And now they start going off from thermal detonators there, just down to Spy, and he as well self-destructs there now when he got a turn. And there you go guys, that's all the battles I wanted to show you today, going up against Geos here in Sector 5. Hope you find it useful, helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.